Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Today I want to do a quick trade recap on the 2nd of February 2026. Today I did not take any trades, but I want to go over my buyers, my drawn liquidity, and why I didn't take any trades, and if there were any possible trades that I was looking at. So let's get started. Starting off on the 4-hour time frame, as I always do. We were like this 4-hour time frame candle didn't print out just yet. We were hovering around the middle, but I'll give you the general idea that I was looking at. So what I like to look at is I like to look at structure and fair value gaps. So as you can see, we're in a clear downward trend because we're breaking below lows and body closing them. But when I see like a strong recovery, I like to see, okay, what are we reacting off? As you can see, we just swept not this low, but this low is quite significant because the same second the bank triggered people's stop losses over here, we had a strong reaction. And instead of just being a fool and telling myself, okay, we're bearish, what I like to tell myself is, let's go down to the lower time frame and see if we have switched or if we're starting to switch our bias. So dropping down to the hourly time frame, if I just snip it right here, as you can see, after sweeping this low, we have this 1 hourly fair value gap, which we inversed with these body close candles above. And we're starting to form bullish fair value gaps. Sorry. What this tells me is, okay, we are starting to switch from bearish structure to bullish structure. I'm not saying we have, because for us to have confirmed this bullish structure, the 4 hourly needs to be bullish as well, but we are starting to. And since I only trade for 2 hours, it's safe to assume that for the next 2 hours we could be bullish. I'm not going to stick to the 4-hour time frame because that might be long term, and I'm not going to get stuck in that trap. If you do stuff like that, then you'll literally not find any trades for the whole month. Sorry, I can't even speak. But yeah, my bias in general was bearish, but I'm leaning more towards buyers just because of this reaction that we had. Another reason why I was leaning towards buyers is, as you can see, we have a crap ton of low resistance liquidity. So as you can see on the hourly, we closed above this gap, right? Where could price go next? In my head, 2 places. We could either come down to this fair value gap and then bounce up. We can come down, inverse this gap, where I'll be looking for shorts after that. I'll inverse these hourly gaps. Or the most obvious thing to do is, after having a reaction like this, I can imagine us trying to take all of these highs, all of this low resistance liquidity. This is basically what I was betting on because it made the most sense to me. Was that right? Yes. Did I get any trades? No. And that's totally fine. If I just play, I think, alright, there we go. This is the candle right before market open. So there's 2 things I was looking at right here. This 15-minute fair value gap, which I think the next candle taps into. There we go. And then this 15-minute fair value gap. If I can flip and draw it out. There we go. So let me start annotating, sorry. So this is the hourly that we inverse. That's irrelevant now. These 2 are 15-minute fair value gaps. And before I do that, let me go over like the hourly time frame. So I remember I had this drawn out because I was thinking the odd chance where we do come all the way retracing down, I would want to look too long out of here. And just to prove to you guys I'm not speaking nonsense and this was actually going through my mind, this is my journal. So as you can see, this is today's date. As I said, so look at the time as well. This is at 2:24 p.m. UK time. So this is 9:24 a.m. New York time. As you can see, my analysis clearly describes exactly what I'm telling you guys. So I'm not just saying this because I've seen the price after. As you can see, the 4-hour time frame swept the low, and the hourly we had an inverse. There you go. That's the hourly I drew. This is the 15-minute fair value gap. I want to see us power through it and see how we react. Okay, so let's see. Didn't get a chance to go on the 15-minute yet, but as you can see, 15-minute is extremely clear. Breaking above highs, respecting bullish fair value gaps, and just pushing up, up, up. In markets like this, I am not looking to sell because that is literally just going against buyers. That's essentially the same as gambling in my opinion. I like to, It's like, imagine you're going surfing. You want to surf with the waves. You don't want to surf against the waves. That doesn't make sense. Same thing as swimming. If you're swimming in a river, if you want to go fast, if you want to be more effective, if you just want to be more effective, you swim along the waves, not the waves, but whatever way the river is going. You don't want to go opposite because that's basically going to screw you up. It's the same thing with trading. You see price going up, 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 you want to go long because as you can see, like, let's look at this leg over here. Out of all these positive candles, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down candles. When there is like, I'm not going to sit here counting all the blue candles, but as you can see, there's probably triple as many. There's a lot higher chance of you catching one of these blue candles than one of these white candles. So yeah. Now, going on the 15-minute chart, I was looking to long out of this 15-minute fair value gap, and I'll tell you guys why I didn't. What I find dodgy is this 15-minute fair value gap sitting right above. And since we just about tapped it, what that makes me think is we might have tapped into this 15-minute fair value gap, come down, and then long up. And if we're going to come down to this 15-minute fair value gap, I don't know. If we come into this hourly fair value gap, I don't know. So I'm not willing to take that gamble. I know some people would take this trade, which is totally fine, but I like to like cherry pick the best trades. That's why I only take like 1 to 2 trades a week max. And in a month, you usually won't see me taking more than 8 trades. But that's because I'd rather trade less but have a higher probability of the trade succeeding than trade more and have a lower win rate. Cool. So that's why, although I had this drawn out, I wasn't really looking too long. But as you can see, my bias was correct. I knew the banks wanted to push prices up, taking all these highs that I said I wanted to take. So at this point, I remember I just deleted this. What I did over here is I was like, all right, cool. Looks like price just wants to pump up. All I was doing was sitting on the 15-minute fair value gap. 15-minute time frame looking for 15-minute fair value gaps. The reason I do this is because there's no point of me dropping down to the 1 minute. Why would I drop down to the 1 minute and get enticed by all these small little trades when my requirements to enter a trade is, well, if I want to enter a continuation trade, I want to enter it off a 15-minute fair value gap. So all I do is mark out these 15-minute fair value gaps and set alerts. Nothing so far. As you can see, we're just pumping. Now over here, this is where I was quite interested because we have these relatively equal highs, really strong target. We just formed this 15-minute fair value gap right here. I wanted price to come down into here and then for me to be able to long. As you can see from my journal, to show you that I'm not lying, I had the 15-minute fair value gap drawn out. Look at the time. 3 o'clock, 3:33. So it was literally this time. I think that's 10:30 New York. And I'll go over this trade that I was looking to get into, but I didn't. So let's drop down to the 1 minute. Coming down into this 15-minute fair value gap, we had this 1 minute fair value gap that I could have entered longs from, and I'll tell you why I didn't. Usually when I'm entering an inverse fair value gap, what I like to see is us to come down, form this fair value gap, and then go up with such displacement where we don't reject from this zone. As you can see, we rejected from this zone on this wick and this wick, so we've rejected from it twice. That's invalid for me. I wouldn't even want it to reject once. I do agree there's displacement. I do like these strong body closers, so we do have a good break-even point. But the reason I didn't enter is because we rejected from it multiple times. I would like to see a strong push through it. I'll show you guys my journal again to show you that this is exactly how I was thinking. I don't want to look for this bearish fair value gap sus. I know it's my spelling and my English when I'm typing my journal is horrible. It's because I'm just sitting there like doing something else and just typing away. It's more of like so I can like dump my thoughts into here. It just helps. As you can see over here, we inversed and broke above it. I wasn't looking, and as you can see, if I did enter it, it would have hit stop loss right here. I would have went break even at that high, maybe targeted this, but it would have hit stop loss. But again, I avoided this because I knew this was suspicious. Continuing on, All right, I was looking at this as well. So we swept this 50% zone, and then it looked like we wanted to push up, but I wanted to see this 2 minute, 3 minute all get inversed. But as you can see, the same second we tapped the 3 minute, we're dumping down. And I think there was one other possible play that I was looking at. I think we did actually start coming up. Like, yeah, I remember I saw all of these 1 minute fair value gaps get inversed. Right. I think next candle. Nope. Next candle. Nope. Next candle. Nope. Next candle. There we go. Okay. I'll tell you why this is such a horrible trade, although it worked. The 1 minute inversed, 2 minute inversed, 3 minute inversed. But the thing is, look how long it took us to inverse. And it's like the same thing that we saw over here. It took us so long to inverse and we were wicking in here. This is low probability for me now. Although this worked out, do I feel bad for missing out? No. Am I happy I followed my rules? Yes. Oh my god, the risk to reward is so horrible on this. Okay, if I was to force a 1-2-1, I don't think it would have worked out. But I do remember seeing price dump up and take, I mean not dump up, pump up and take my TP. Right. Did it? Oh wow. Oh, there we go. It took the highs, but I don't know if it took my draw. But yeah, you get the point. This is why I don't enter these trades, because usually whenever we have, oh, it would have worked out. Maybe? No. Oh wow, this is horrible price action. But yeah, this is why I don't enter these trades, because as you can see, this is what happens. This nonsense. And there we go. This is right now's price action. It wouldn't have even hit TP, but usually you want to see like a quick inverse and then you enter. But yeah, that's one possible trade that I was looking into entering, but didn't have the displacement. It wasn't as clean, so I just left it. But yeah, let me know if you guys took any trades today. For me, no trade day. It's just a Monday. I don't really care. Tomorrow or for the next of the week, I'm not going to be home whilst I'm trading. So I'll try dropping a recap once I'm home, which is going to be a bit more difficult. But yeah, anyway, catch you guys tomorrow. Take care.